You had 2 blocks today, so that's your high for the year. Last year at 51. What does it mean to be able to play good defense and get those kind of blocks?
It means everything. Just trying to contribute to winning in any way possible. It was a huge emphasis for our team to defend, deflect passes, shots, contest everything. So to be able to set that tone and do that means everything.
Roger.
Paige, coach has talked about Morgan, and when she comes into practices, things change a little bit, get better. Can you just talk about the energy or the intangibles that she brings to the court for you guys?
Yeah, I thought tonight she really showcased how well she knows the game and like her instincts and how much she hustled and created havoc and got in the passing lanes. But I think with her, she can play 1 through 5, honestly. And so that's like a really game changer in terms of what we can run, how we can switch up our defense, our offense. But I think Morgan's just really great at adapting to whatever role and whatever position she has to play out on the floor. So she's really easy to play in any sort of situation with any group out there.
Emily and then Maggie.
Morgan, you hit that 3 at the end of the first quarter. It felt like it kind of changed the momentum for you guys. Just what was going through your head when you took that shot, and how did you feel like it sort of shifted things for the rest of the game?
Yeah, I mean, when I caught it, I noticed she was backed off, so I was like, yeah, I'm shooting this. But yeah, I mean, like the confidence that like my teammates instill in me and like their trust in me to take that shot was big, and just trying to like keep the energy up and the momentum.
Kind of following up on that, Morgan, what's been for you the biggest adjustment into the college game so far?
I would say like pace, and also just getting used to how like the system we run and like playing with new people, and obviously the competition. So just getting used to that stuff and just keep building from there.
Sarah, 10 games into your college career, can you tell me where you think you were game 1, where you think you are game 10, how you feel more comfortable, how you think you've adjusted, more improvement? How do you feel about it?
I think I've adjusted pretty well. Game 1, I was really nervous and just kind of excited to get everything started, but now I feel like I'm more confident in myself and in my abilities to play.
How much does that come from your teammates?
It's a big part. Yeah, just the confidence that they give me, and the coaches believing in me also does that.
Morgan, just it's your 10th game too. What was working for you tonight to have this type of performance?
Yeah, I think with our defense, I wanted to come in and bring energy defensively and getting, like Paige said, in the passing lanes and trying to create havoc on both ends of the floor, So yeah, I just came in with, aggressive mindset and tried to do that.
And then, for you, Sarah and Morgan, you've survived your first semester of college. How does that feel? Have you learned anything? And what are you most excited for this winter break period?
I'm excited to go home and see my family, and the semester was pretty fun for me.
I'm happy that finals are done, and I can just focus on being an athlete right now. But yeah, I think also seeing my family is going to be really nice.
Follow up to that for you two. What have you both learned from Paige, who's been through so much early on in your UConn careers?
I'll go first.
You got it.
No, you
can start and then Sarah.
Paige or scissors?
I mean, honestly, Paige and her leadership, she works really hard in her hustle. You can see every time she's on the court. And yeah, I mean, just her journey so far, here, and I've learned a lot from her and just how to keep going, and you can always get better.
I'll say pretty much the same, kind of her leadership and pushing through adversity.
Jake and then
you guys have a pretty significant challenge in the front court on Tuesday. What goes into preparing for a team like that? Anyone answer?
Obviously, we'll get the scout tomorrow. We'll work on the game plan tomorrow. But it's not one person that's guarding her. It's all 5 people on the court. Whoever steps in off the bench. We'll have a great game plan. I know we'll have a great scout. But again, it's no one person's responsibility. It's on everybody to help out, to make things harder for her, to make things harder for the guards to enter it into her. And so I'm sure we'll go through that and how we want to attack it. But it's definitely a team game plan more than just who's the one person that's stopping her.
Paige, how did you like your team's response today after the Notre Dame loss to come out here and everyone contributed, especially how does it set the tone for what you guys have ahead this week?
Yeah, we didn't want to sulk too much on the loss, obviously learn from it, but not let it affect our games moving forward in a negative way, but more in a positive way and how we can get better. And I thought we set the tone on how we wanted to play defensively. We looked at last game and how comfortable Notre Dame was in their sets and their offense and what they wanted to do. They got it done, basically. And so defensively we wanted to cause more havoc in the passing lanes, be disruptive, and I thought we did a good job of that tonight. So to continue to keep getting better, learn from the last game, and use it as motivation and fuel to get better. I thought we did that in a good way tonight.
Sarah, you three came here together, Morgan and Allie got to play some together. Is there a comfort level you guys are going through all this together? Does it help you when you're all out on the court together in the game?
Yeah, I feel like our comfort level together has grown. We play together against each other at McDonald's and Jordan Brand and stuff like that. But just playing alongside them has built our chemistry as friends and as teammates a lot better. They've made it a lot better.
Paige, Coach was talking about and seeing you get some of those pull-ups that you were hitting tonight. Just what did you feel like was the key for you to finding more of those tonight versus against Notre Dame?
Not over penetrating, taking what the defense is giving me. A lot of times I want to get into the lane, get easier baskets at the rim, but I feel like a pull-up is just more as efficient, maybe more efficient for me. So just taking what the defense gives me, not over penetrating, but taking the shots that I have wide open and not passing them up, I think was the focus.
Paige, have you noticed anything that frazzles Sarah? Because when you watch her on the court, she doesn't seem to be in a hurry, or she seems not playing sometimes like a freshman might play. Have you noticed anything that frazzles her, either on the court or off the court?
Her video games.
Why would you say that?
Like when we're playing Fortnite and a team is pressing us, she gets a little nervous. But yeah, I would just say video games.
Are you impressed by her composure overall on the court, though? The way she just handles herself seems to be comfortable in every situation.
Yeah, she has this poker face to her where nothing affects her, and you can never see it on her face whatever she's feeling in that moment. So to be able to have that as a freshman is huge.
Sarah, you want to defend yourself about the video game?
I don't need to. We know who's better, so I'm not really.
That wasn't the point.
I don't care. I'm just better than you. So.
Once.
Paige, Coach said that if you guys are going to do what you hope to do this year, what you expect to do, that Sarah is going to have to play a big role in that. Do you see the characteristics in her? I mean, you just talked about her composure a little bit. What do you see in her that tells you she can't be that huge impact player?
Her aggressiveness and her will to win, and her ability to impact winning without scoring. Like tonight, she had 14 rebounds, and so she's willing to do whatever, sacrifice her body, and really do anything for the team to win. And so I think that's the main thing you need in order to play a big role and contribute to winning.
After the game, you guys were on the court and had the fan in a wheelchair coming up. Can you run me through how important that is? You see how important you guys are to the public, and you see something like that, and you can give back to the community.
No, I'm saying you want me to answer?
Yes.
Okay. It's super important just to be able to give back. I know Michael, that's who was in the wheelchair after the game. I've grown to be very close to him. Our team has grown to be very close with him. And just relationships you build like that, it's very important. And I have little siblings, so I know what that's like, being a role model and being somebody that these kids look up to. So to be able to build this relationship and have it so they're not just watching us at games and going home and not getting to know us personally at all, it's important. And I think we all enjoy doing that after games and building these relationships and giving back to people who have poured so much into us. And so we love to do it.